So in case like this particular audit where been come out, so many issues been there na the public, from lawmakers, members of the executive, everybody they give your explanation. Now you say not that over $1 billion be day na your report where you make. If misinformation like this they go na the public about you work what you do, and most people imagine say outside the information they come out where the auditor general not even publish it.
Actually, so as I explained on earlier, the request for the audits come out from HE through the Ministry of Finance. And the Ministry of Finance be involved, I would say, throughout the process, in the sense that meetings them, all are with them and the auditors.
Thank you for a very fluent presentation of the Commission's 14th Annual State of Human Rights Report. I certainly believe that I speak on behalf of every Sierra Leonean when I say that we are pleased that your Commission has reported improvements each year. Each year, international bodies like the MCC have recognized my government's achievement in ruling justly. We acknowledge our constitutional, regional, and international commitments to protecting and promoting human rights, and we are satisfied that your report is complimentary on our progress and efforts.
Mifambuda, Wunakusha Wunakabo. Welcome to Slpp Weekly News. Me where they talk now, Mina Dima the Great. Today we get some pressing issues where we know say in the Hamburg we nation. So we don't come today on these pressing issues. Together with this big Alajo then, Madam Tenekbaka, where they keep the record straight, and DJ Force, the Slpp DJ, any other DJ now fake, now duplicate. We go say again sorry because normally now every Wednesday we count with programs, but because of job and time schedule, we don't change some programs. However, I would like to take this moment to introduce my co-host. We're now DJ Force, the Slpp DJ. DJ Force, welcome.
Our fellow Sierra Leoneans, una good morning, una good evening to una. Anywhere, any pathway in the world, we welcome una na current affair. We tell the listener, the viewers, we tell una thank you. Me really talk to una. Me na DJ Force, the Slpp DJ. I welcome una on Slpp Weekly News. Thank you.
Well, Famboda, if you not just the join we, this is not Slpp Weekly News. What you need for do right now, copy this program right now, share around to your party, to your brothers, not deprive them. For this information we get for can share with una. Now, if you watch through YouTube, follow the page, also copy and share around to your brothers and sisters. Now, I can introduce the woman where they keep the record straight. Let me second say, hello. You mute.
Famuda Mina Today we can rub mouth at some of the things wey dey happen in our country, yeah. We can't keep the record straight.
Thank you very much, Madam Tenet Baka, the woman where they keep the record straight. Without wasting time, and the car with all them big Alajo there now on the platform together, let we all come, sit down, and discuss what you would have for today. Well, first, I go tell una say, what you don't destroy with nation, na bad that. Where you get a good leader, we care about in country, where they work very hard, but we get people then we bad that. They get bad that for that person there. They get bad that for the nation. They don't want to let the nation go before. Because I believe, say, if you want to let the nation go before, if your president they do well, not to, because your brother not in a power or your sister not in a power, I believe it is your responsibility to also join your leader, the leader where they to to elevate the nation. But because of bad that, what we don't get na salon too much, especially from APC camp. Now that make we they see beaucoup things then they happen. Now we get few topics then what we get for can discuss here today. We talk about the auditing general, the auditor general report we account with we don't come out for 2020. We got for also can give now some lapses them waiting that we don't take from direct from this platform here, waiting that we experience, waiting we don't now we investigation we don't get, or they can share with one. We got for talk about the hardworking president, talk can do bill, and also voice of the destructive opposition with them, where they don't tie them or jar, they say Salon no go before. The only thing they will do is to become more destructive. Now, the last one we got for talk about is Samura Kamara. We know say Samura Kamara, na man ebedon we ebede na power, ebe embeso, e do some racketeering. Now today, God don't come up here now. They don't go to court, enforce hearing. But before it go, we know what it do and what it say. So we can analyze them. Because one thing I believe, see, when you're not thief man. When you thief, nothing longer for changer. So now then they make today with there. But however, DJ Force, Sierra Leoneans, I want that we watch this conversation a little bit. Then from there, we begin discussing.
Actually, Khadija, I've been also discussing with Kamara this morning. Actually, I don't look at the reports from page 1 to page 523. I don't look at the appendix them almost over 200 pages. I don't see that for
In case like this particular audit wey been come out, so many issues been dey na the public from lawmakers, members of the executive, everybody dey give you explanation. Now you say not that over $1 billion be dey na your own report wey you make. If misinformation like this dey go na the public about your work wey you do, and most people dey imagine say inside the information dey come out wey the auditor general not even publish it.
Actually, so as I explained to you earlier, the request for the audit come out from HE through the Ministry of Finance. And the Ministry of Finance been involved, I will say, throughout the process.
Madam Tenet Baka, before I give DJ Force, what's in the reason why I call this video here? We don't hear in our social media from the opposition camps, then say because of this woman gave a damaging report for the government, now then they make the suspender. But today they can't tell people then say President Bio, not a president we believe in inclusion. President Bio, not a visionary president. Anything where President Bio they do, they do for let the whole world know. President Bio now one of the most, in fact, the only transparent president ever in the history of Sierra Leone. Why make her they talk this? Now, this woman be don dey na that position dey. She was appointed by Ernest by Kroma. Wey me and you know say he's one of the biggest thief man. Okay. This woman, President Bio don kind of power, it don't allow this woman for let it continue in position. But to come on though, it come with a press release, very, very damaging to damage the government. What it done there, they actually try to show to everybody, that's alone. This they try to show, say, the woman in loyalty a no be day to the people of Sierra Leone. A loyalty belies with Woda, with Ernest by Kroma. Because from the 11 years of Ernest by Kroma in a time, this woman no one they come with any report with a damaging against Ernest by Kroma. They don't want they do. All the corruption when they do. Even they left the country into austerity measures. But Madam Pearce, it failed to do a job. Now, we don't see a report don't come out. And most of these reports, what they panel, it come with them 2017, 16, 18, it join everything on her. Where we understand, say, them kind of things that are not professional. But when I just don't watch from 98.5, when the interviewer, according to lack of professionalism, coming out with a press release to damage an institution, a government, which of course, not to sow a day. So what are you on take DJ Force on that video where you just don't watch? If not that, I will repeat them back for you. Let you listen to her again. Then from there, you do the analysis.
Fellow,
the activity. Diffie now one of key supporter they want and capacity building for the office. And so they use that as an opportunity for building staff and capacity. So now they fund the situation.
Where the Minister of Finance will they launch the summary of this particular report, it make mention of over $1 billion where during the tender where the auditor them they go and then 4 major governance sector there. Past government official them not be able to account for. Now the money than the way they now the report.
Actually, Khadija, I been know say this question will come up this morning. Actually, I don't look at the report from page 1 to page 523. I don't look at the appendix them almost over 200 page. I don't see that figure, did he?
So in case like this particular audit where been come out, so many issues been there now the public from lawmakers, members of the executive, everybody they give your explanation. Now you say not to that over $1 billion a day now your report where you make. If misinformation like this they go now the public about you work what you do, and most people imagine so inside the information they come out where the auditor general not even publish it.
Actually,
now DJ Force, I just want for let you understand the gravity of the issue where I don't count with Naya. What this woman they do. So continue with your analysis.
Yeah. You didn't mute another. Well, one thing we want for draw listeners their attention, so Sierra Leoneans their attention to both internal and external. From the interview, 19.1, the woman they try for they ask Taylor Pearce, waiting at this misinformation within the audit reports, we now $1 billion. He say, he knows say that information or that question go can. Then why you go there? Why you go sit down at the station if you be know? But waiting, I want for Sierra Leoneans them. I want for tell the Sierra Leoneans they say leadership, you know, they share. And also, we get people inside the system where they want to undermine the system. But of course, the Tilapia they aside now. So, but before they go, even though if you don't step aside, you don't know, say, from 2007 to 2018, Tilapia has not been ever able to bring audit report to the nation, to Sierra Leoneans. There. Anybody when they listen to this information through SLPP Weekly News, make it go in search and bring the information either true at the talk or an eye at the talk. For say, we want government from 2007 to 2018 under the APC corruption system. Lara Tilapia not be ever bring audit report to the states, to the nation. But today we don't come with a government called New Direction, purpose Sierra Leone for better. We dey try for teach Sierra Leoneans there's transparency, accountability, and freedom of information. Just for make sure say we transform the country. We make sure say Sierra Leoneans for believe say when they work in public offices, you know involve yourself into corruption. So now they turn around, they affect this government and feed on. And the government who don't come, I get for tell the government a very strong message for say we get political rebels we see them inside prison, we want power pass them. And then people, and then most of them they inside with system. Yeah, we don't empower more opposition inside the government pass the people they say we put close, we fight for the government, we bring the government to power, and we bring this party to power. So if not so it be, then people and they now they lay foundation very strong for undermine the government. Audit report, not to audit report vote for this government, not to audit report vote for this party, not to audit report bring President Bio a power. And the people, we want for see Freetown transform, Sierra Leone transform, we want for see the wealth is being shared among the states and the nation and the poor and the grassroots, women and society. So anybody where they feel say they use audit report, where will be there for government from 2007 to 2018, audit report not be ever there for Sierra Leoneans there, and 98.1 not be ever interview Auditor General now any of the radio stations, but now they try for week in the government through audit report and freedom, where you are making a very big mistake. This time, we believe say the government they on the right track. The government they for provide for the poor, for the people where they in need. At least we appreciate the government where they pay with picking the school fees, where they bring electricity for we, where they bring agriculture for we, where they bring airport for we, where they bring transportation for we. These are the things that way government they do. Owner for embrace that government very strong. I hope say if you ask me for that talk about that audit or Auditor General where they interview in 98.1, he said the misinformation where they inside the audit, he said if you know say this question go can. So if you know say this question they can, why you go sit down at the station for go take interview? So that means that they put it here for blackmail President Bio administration for weakening SLPP administration. And I want for tell President Bio say make it try transform the leadership inside the government for we, the leadership inside the party for we. Because when you talk about transformation, it also go with a discipline and monitoring. Because if you don't do that here, at the end of the day, free turn way, una they see so now they already put SLPP down, not to apply. And the people who don't consider hold on government with 3-year government on top of 11-year administration, then these people they want power pass SLPP, they go extra mile for undermine this government. So if you say make I talk about Lara Taylor Pearce, for me, I tell God thank you. Where President Bio will pick them up, we put her aside, say step aside. The international relationship where the government gets, now the opposition they go very strong for destroy. But I'm glad the way President Bio say it is hard times, Sierra Leoneans. Let us begin to take real responsibility for ourselves, and let us begin
sorry, we just lost DJ Force, but it come back. Yes, man, you don't hear DJ Force in statement. Hear also the conversation we occur 98.5 between them two people there. What thing are you on take on before I count more evidence? You mute. You mute.
Any interview now on 98.1 against the new direction. I know they even buy into one. First and foremost, 98.1 they say radio democracy, but then bias as any other media house inside Sierra Leone. You know, I know one for the repeat myself, I be don't talk. Say, you know, they fight corruption with corruption. This woman the previous errors the way that one and they don't make everything now they bring and for campus on top of the new direction. A lot of things don't happen because of this corruption fight with President Bill bring camp, and a corruption now they fight back. Now corruption they fight back. This lady don't say immediately expect them questions there. So it be things say when the compile them report then they is submitted. Nobody not get for question about them report then they. That are the first thing. This corruption with President Bill don't carry with forfeits. Now this country now salon day. Now the same corruption now they fight back. Because nobody give audit reports. Now President Bill don't say we won't forget the audit report. Who said this lady they can't say about the president in traveling, transparency no day. When they book the ticket, they go for show you the ticket, then the receipt there. How much now the president in per diem he already know. So who side them mistakes then they before they put their report then it be in responsibility for discussing with the people that when they do that thing and they say now this. So the people then go get back to them and say because this na simple thing, men not can make and like say na special something. For example, why would they travel go for overseas work? Any receipt where they provide, then they check their receipts, then they if they don't find out say their receipt then they're not correct, then they get back to you, they ask you few questions and say what to make this day so, why make this price day so, why make this one day so. Then you they explain before ever then compile the final report there. If you don't see say a document don't meet you, there is a discrepancy. Now your responsibility for get back to the people. But now this person where they don't can build government on top of them, where the one that we don't left don't put there say una dead no more. Anything where they do na so if for go na this is for compile together. Because now so the mommy they see the whole operations. Because you na the auditor general. When you don't know say this document is not correct, before ever they release that statement, now your responsibility for ask other institutions there where they don't provide receipts, they say this receipts are not correct too. Now this I don't see. How una they discuss and first before ever the report come out. But in just gather all them thing and they pull and do with the hope say yes. Then why we go damage there. But anyway, so it don't be ever expected and go read them document and pick few things there and get back to her. Then the team back will pay me for this anti-corruption fights. We see the corruption they fight back today. Because Lara again in team where they operate with. Now at this way government set anti-corruption commission. Then the man will be the head anti-corruption. He go turn a lawyer for defend the people that will corrupt the system. Then why that particular person will be the head anti-corruption? Why they not been bring account in for corruption? Because now he be the head that institution where the embezzlement of government funds they go then take them, you know, able bring them man and come to justice. Then when they bring the man and come to justice, in turn lawyer back, now real conflict of interest. Anybody will get in full sense, now they allow them people then that particular mandate for legal representation for represent anybody where they hold under anti-corruption, because he was the head of anti-corruption. If he not be able to bring them people then come to justice, then something not be right. So you don't see now the corruption and they fight back. So now this now don't catch up with Lara till Pearce. It don't bring gender, it don't work for her. It play gender card, it don't work for her. So God don't expose and the whole world they know. But they say I'm not gonna my woman Fuji. Mumada wana or government CG boy. I did like government CG oboboy anti-corruption. Nasia talia cover ta government na vujisi obuta go atema andesia. Nako got to pay driver can gas adami see ava take pay. Na vunya set up boku wete hire sia lo to sukui and they see home bate. And that boto ga disability sia na no vesia there now. Pevu na tevai na vunya se ko to home bate. Ofwa na la handa Kamara anti-corruption ji setia yete fa nasia otu government hi wo government APC ni. Fati tenda hung batele na vunya se otu bubuma anagbo te yepi. Ke na ya la hande gi blaga klo nyasi anyago toila o si ale gọọmenti buka tuntun ayi igurala ko owalo na mu gbava na agigi hu owalo na agigi gbo amu ya owa na agada ma blesia ke bi asema kete hia samia na tu gọọmenti ji bu pu ya matu a undermine tu gọọmenti ji bu tu gọọmenti ji tu bu boma na tele ma na nebo gisa ga tu bu aga gọọmenti nti ate hia nyapo ji tutu ma Lara Pearce. So then I go on again na document gakpe ya Slpp government si aju buma ti ana fujibo da buma to corrupt go iti jiri ma pada ke bi ma munta dia na agama ya report jibo bo ana ala mutu ma na auditor general report ya wala la muko hugbe muko mi ana fugi si atglaga tapu lo ho odo gbe ho yo jibe ya ma he himina the auditor general mi abi before be report ibu amagiti ya bekpe ma office na ha ko yiri ye jimia na vujimia kini mu ga ege mu po ya be mama aboto moyi na vuje wo ga ege wo dia weta ga wo ga ege receipt ji wujo ya jimia nyago tuwa na amoye pere vuima before ga ande ji bu agiti ya himia gege ma gbenu ba pi keta pi yo lilole ye na hu gbate ma opu ke po agiti ya ke mada dia ga ma kwena e bi suppose bo po agiti ya by pen through parliament before be akpo agiti ya han ye ke dia o ke gbe bi di through parliament to ko ejun gbe bo po agiti ya fa mo afu mo gbe na mo ko ejun gbe mo ko na gbo yi ma to ko en gbe ga na tutu na ke kafa ga re mi ahihi gaga opo ana agiti ya ko le government ji manya ni fanya gede ma mede yejum ko gboto ma hande gboto ma bi ma gọọmenti ji wi ko ma ke na pa yegwe na o ma ta na mu de ma na o mutuwa na se ate yege fu itu mu ko gọọmenti ji mu wati pare hu je la mo la ma data diro nyango godo e gbate giri sole na disa mo tite ga ma ya gegeju mutulo ma na ona se ate be ti hi la gegeti ya ye manu ma ye na me arape matema sia na hat ya me na hat government jun so nde pe ho ma ta jibe de ma be kaveta ba ma gbe ma na sia obete malia kave na toluku ya to gogo bi to gbo na kuna pote gbe kave na ma so ti ma na to government jun ti nde sia ho ma ti pe ma na government jima family ande ta plug with ga kanade matagede ma o ma bode sia amule ma mu ma da ma ne mu di lu awo goma mo dia mo oro mo glo mo mi agie nu geji sia mo gbo gba ye na le tin e mo internet go to pay anasi avui sia better la pay avui party giver to me sia te ga tin na se na bo ko wa government gba ti ete ma ho sia me na to government ju tin de woman sia le de anti corruption de penata ti repent on me sama to government ju bubuma sama te hande sia ho woman tuko yu bo atete bitu ngbata hin katede ate Slpp mia bude mi hin mo hin ma ho ta mu really anti corruption now se ale ga tidi tete ya ma anesni anti corruption va na vu na va keta ya o se alo yetva bia ba ye bu bia me ra belu itu mi na ko mu nga se ho ta na vu hin da ho na vobo de ji nga to bubu do en bi gu ba so le bo so mo egbe na vobo de ji u stand ya ke o se alo yetva wa vu ande na ngbe le cover ya na jape pe gwo ande na kwolu government jiva asi atulu government jibu to government jinya na ma we So who call the fa one wa wa say away party jo I try one them away he wa president ni wo de ju hun gbate na mi lo fitini mi ase na gisa to ngbate ma wa vala da pi mi ase na mo ko to wa to government ji boa by fire by tender ko to wa so le do e now because who me na to pia ya be agu ya fo sa wa ya agu ya ti fa me nya poje mi aga to go use ya imale document you together elibela parliament pe o ona gbo document now ke wàhálà kìtì ya ihe radio democracy now tell democracy na ke democracy na radio APC because the party dem are against this government. The radio democracy no dey operate as a democratic radio station. The bias everything wey dem dey do is against SLPP. More time I no go dey so I like hate somebody. Sometimes you for know dem say radio democracy na that dem build that radio station for. But Khadija don go take am, dem don turn am to dem personal propaganda radio station for dey support the APC. Very soon we own SLPP radio station and dey come up. We don know say all the media house una dey against this government. Na sabotage una dey sabotage the good work of the new direction. We no get for agree, we no get for accept. We get young bobo dem wey dem don study media.
I go hold you there for now, Madam Tenekbaka. I will call with you back. Now, DJ Force. Yeah, you just don't hear what Madam Tenekbaka they try for say. You know, they don't explain everything to the public, to the nation. Now, the reason why we dey come with this thing is here. The report don't come out. President Bio, na man with a transparent. But this woman, since it in a power, that position she was appointed by Anes by Krumah. This woman, yeah, no cash thief man. So the point where Madam Tenekbaka carried, how is it that you serve in that capacity? You not able to hold one thief man, but then today now you don't come become a lawyer to thief man by right, by any credible institution. That particular man they not qualify to defend the thief man agenda, the like of Anes by Krumah, the like of Samura Kamara. Them it don't become a thief man. But you watch yourself, Sierra Leonean. This woman be in power as Auditor General. And no one day damage with any message when we are message to the public. But the moment this government don't come to power, any small thing, it is exaggerator. You know, at the end of the day, it left for doing until God come on behind and expose himself. So you, DJ Force, as a politician, you don't already try to explain some key issues there. How you really feel about the talk where Madam Tenekbaka talk? Because Madam Tenekbaka it really makes something where really sensible than yeah. A man one a thief man, and as by Krumah, one of the biggest thief man. He go Japan, he go Ledonde, inside hotel, he don't pay. Yeah, he get beaucoup bills them where if for pay, he not pay at all not. This woman not able to put on a report. Past President Bio in Kamara, he go Japan, they go more or less President Bio, embarrass President Bio. But then today, this woman is they write some big figures there. And they don't know also they enjoy life with a woman then. They know they take their responsibility serious. They know they take responsibility serious. They don't know what they enjoy with a man then. Then from there they write all type of figures. Now this thing don't come out. The APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi. The nightmare for Sierra Leone, the one that went on meanwhile for Sierra Leone, they try for see because President Bio administration is corrupt. Now for that they make then fire this woman. What thing now you take on that before I count Madam Tenekbaka?
Yeah, well, before they go further, I also want to inform Sierra Leoneans and say we SLPP we say one country, one people. And we are proud of our party. But today, Madam Tenekbaka talk one word, will touch me. The one way I be head of anti-corruption at Freetown for the whole country. Today, I don't tell lawyers for all corruption charges against Anes by Krumah Samura. for all accused persons na Sierra Leone. President Bill, with all the administration, the lawyers that will get inside the government, Attorney General, for say when I not be done, they see this area where Madam Tenekpa Kado bring come to the nation through SLPP weekly news. Well, today, how far informed the new direction say the new direction, the system, now the compromise with the system. As no more way Madam Tenekpa Kado they see, then they tell we need for bring the record straight and we need for make sure say then why I will meet now office where they try for undermine this government or for delete them. For not delete them, we have to blame ourselves. And from now on today, after this program, we want for make sure say President Mew, the former ACC boss, not for represent anybody in a court, not for be judge, not for be lawyer, for anybody where this country don't accuse of corruption cases. Because you don't go tell me say me not be president and I know you will arrest lawbreakers, or may not be police, I know you will arrest lawbreakers. The way they count them, way other people that don't come, they don't arrest their lawbreakers, and they don't count them in a court. They me tongue again, lawyer, part their case day. This now interest of conflict of interest. You know the work. But you know, in the final say, the whole system, and Escoma take the biggest diamond as Sierra Leone, Yitam. Audit report not talk nothing about her. It's like they try for marginalize the SLPP administration at Pitong. They showcase to the nation, say, the government, not a government with transparent. But they believe, say, SLPP and the APC Tolongbo Tollgate Panbody, now that I do. You will never compare SLPP government or APC. Because APC leadership today, now you don't make poverty don't increase past the population in Sierra Leone. Illiteracy don't increase past the people in Sierra Leone. Violence don't increase past the people in Sierra Leone. So if they accept APC, they lay all their foundations there. The way SLPP come, they want to put things and we go make sure say we say catch up with other West African countries. Then the opposition will be left inside the government for work with we. They show say the government not on the right track. It is hard time we see President Bill for at least take discipline. Like where Lara therapias, but they go aside. All the administration for don't go. Everybody where they walk inside. For more they bring Ben Kefala under this investigation. All those staff will be meet at that office. They all for don't go because now they undermine Ben Kefala. Any document where Ben Kefala they put together. Then why I always sit down where Ben Kefala meet at that office day. Now they take the information that they send out to Samura, to Anes by Kuma, and a pass and give this lawyer. Then even Lara, in case, if President Bio and the SLPP administration say, then go set tribunal, and they not monitor the tribunal, and they left and give the lawyers and a Pliton, wherever they remember Paulo Conte in case. Yeah, the same courts will be investigate Paulo Conte in case. That case, it will look funny. President Bioto Tafit say it is no longer interested in that matter. He released Paulo Conte. Paulo Conte not be win that case. But President Bio just be doing because of the interests of the states. For saying, you know what, we need to focus. Yeah? And the same thing that they don't do inside this tribunal, which we all lawyer, they all go don't put money, they do anything. So if you ask me for make a talk, well, it is hard time for a lot of those say every information today where they leak to the opposition there, now the people who come meet inside the system. So how now when an ACC boss go to a lawyer? This is not the topic where me and the Tenekpa can talk. Well, touch me. He go to a lawyer for an micro.
Yes. Madam Tenekpa, let me
the
come.
Government sit down. Yeah, the government sit down. Then if they look at her, you know they talk natty. Benke Fala sit down. You know they talk. Attorney General sit down. You know they talk. Deputy Attorney General, Minister of Justice, and The Minister of Justice, they sit down and pit on. The whole court sit down and pit on. For say, una know they see conflict of interest. Una know they see the need direction, they compromise. The system, they compromise. A lot of people there inside the system, what we don't need for operate to them people here. But if not so it happen, they let us know say there is particles where sit down for undermine this government, for let the government pay. And remember, anytime we upline the effect, they bring SLPP to power. Free turn the effect for put SLPP down.
Yes.
Because corruption headquarter now it's for a day. Now I make I thank God self. Now the electoral process, they decide to vote not ever sit down and return again. Now upline they determine now who that the form government as Sierra Leone. Because Freeton, any SLPP can have power. Now they send any government. Now all the people whether they misbehave, now police, now other sectors, whether they sack them. Now they all don't form group, they don't go to Nabi and Samura. Now they pass with Samura and the streets and Freeton. And the laws, they watch them. So when they call upon the government for say, you don't set 11-year administration, you don't set 3-year government on top of 11-year administration. If you don't take less for real peak, wouldn't 11-year administration start for it went not ready for South State, but they take they undermine, they compile the report, they send it to an by Kroma, they send it to Samura, they send it to the lawyers there. Then anything will happen, we blame ourselves. Because at the end of the day, man, that talk, it really touch me. Somebody when I be ACC boss, now I'm a lawyer. The government not be no say, you know, right? The lawyers, they always sit on a preach on, they don't know say that, you know, right? That not for happen. So if you ask me, like I talk about
before I cut you off account, I want us the public aware and know this. If not being SCPP do what the APC do, as APC they make full press release, APC they demonstrate to allow Ben Kefala today, where they catch thief man, yes, where they catch thief man, then at the end of the day, tomorrow account the one that way they catch them, then they begin to defend them. How you could take that institution to be serious? Right, you know, this is very. Yes,
When the anti-corruption starts, I talked to a few members of the Sierra Leone People's Party. I really questioned some people them regarding this guy. I said, "Boy, make a ask sooner. When I'm a landed man, you guys are lawyer. You guys are lawyers. Why won't they allow this man for go represent them people there? Which law will qualify this man for go represent them people there?" They say, well, na this, na that, na that. Now say, okay. Now something we don't they play na me mind, they don't play na me mind, they don't play na me mind, they don't play na me mind. Sometimes I can one bring a can up, I forget. But today it can't directly na me mind again. I say, oh, this thing I get for talk about her. How the it not happen at any society, whether they had anti-corruption, him become a lawyer for people they own and don't accuse, and him they operate to that same system they. This thing be don't puzzle me for nearly 3 years now. I they think about this thing, Now I say, waiting them people there, yeah, where president puts in position, waiting them they use for things. Because when it comes to leadership, when you put people there around, we have down take your own small leadership role then well they really operate now, yeah, and will go internationally for go present issues then. You know, when they talk to each other and communicate with each other and say, look, this thing all right, this thing not for go so. This man in the head anti-corruption. How come him become a lawyer for can defend these people there inside corruption case? Now total conflict of interest. No law no they on earth where they accept that man they for can become a lawyer for them people there and now him be there with that government, now him be there with that system. Is there any justification? Now the SLPP side where then they fight this fight here? That man get for count anything when a honest truth for say me client and so he do me client and so he do. So I really want to let the government look into that. Make government really think and say how this thing here happen. Now that make I be say the whole process was in a rush for let them pick up the piece and pieces and put am together and really able for bench them people there. Now make we don find out say this corruption case here is very very difficult for address. Somebody wey dey head that institution go turn lawyer for the Woda County the country again. Then e dey timber back, e dey defend am. Then the new direction then they visit am back, then they watch am back. Then they spend the taxpayers' money again on that.
Thank you very much. I will come back to you. Yes, DJ for this talk is really passionate because you see Samura Kamara a few days ago. They don't charge her for 2 counts of corruption, criminal racketeering. Samura Kamara is not only a thief man, but in your boss, Ben where they impose Zan to APC them, because not to Salo. Instead, now the biggest thief man. Now, man, at the end of the day, we say MRC is controversial. But MRC, they make a music, they say, are they buy all just they buy, they don't buy all the shares there. Now, Salo. They don't thief too much. At the end of the day, anti-corruption way for Kawit and it's by Kuma to justice. Another one. But now, anti-corruption come, but former boss come, to come protect thief man. Thief man wait for catch, and not catch that thief man. But then they can't pay for thief man. Salona, which country? What's it happy, DJ for? What? You for catch thief man.
Well, one thing I did see, like now they trap. Yeah. Yeah, they got to tell people they say now for canton lawyer. Then the government sit down, they even accept that. The lawyers they sit down, they say they study law, they even accept that. The judiciary sit down, they accept that. When I make APC, they turn around, they say the whole judiciary is
incredible.
Yeah.
Because
you know, credible.
we be left the party picking when I be the lawyer. Wey before be attorney general, wey before don pick them in there, dem go bring somebody wey no get no clue, wey no fight for this party. They say na gender balance society dey. Wetin I be in support wey give to this party? The grassroots lawyers dem wey fight for this party, wey na therefore don be attorney general for start that process. Instead, dem bring somebody come wey no be dey work in the best interest of the new direction, wey be dey work against the new direction. Now that mistake they come out. So my key recommendation, that particular man representing these people them, therefore drop him. Enough for represent them anymore. Yeah.
Then what team at they talk, I just want for boat race from there. You find say Charles Magai way they can with inside the whole judiciary system. When Charles Magai they put aside, now the same person they take the maker in charge of and to the General Minister of Justice. It betray we. You know, it is hard time for the president. You know, see, people be the way contribute their money, people be the way talk with their voice for let bring their people here on board.
For let bring their people here to power, to give them the opportunity. You not go take neck, you give to somebody for let it kill you. You not go do that. You not go no say this person a day, but because you say you look for national cohesion, then you put somebody in certain strategic position for let it can undermine you. This night we see it happen. So now, where they don't okay, DJ Force continue. Continue, DJ Force.
Now, Lara government is right now in Africa. If you look, one of the things that I want to draw the president attention for say we be get people, a lot of people in the diaspora. If you want for work with the diaspora, we also then are lawyers them. We're capable for judge cases. We still don't have people that cut them. I already win cases. It's sabi them and at the campaign together. We want to see party loyalists inside the government. May nobody know the threat we say. We don't for government, opposition, the crisis, we don't put them in power. Or we don't pull Sierra Leoneans in power. Once we don't put Sierra Leoneans in power, on our offices. That's the Iranians that they bring Canada the office. And we're not going able to work with oppositions the way they occupy their offices. We're not able to work with them. Yeah? We're not able to work with them. People will die for this party. People will campaign for this government. Men they can't take their job here. So that we're able to discipline. We're able to create a bigger space for our delivery services. Because at the end of the day, look at what Samura do. He go court. After court, you don't go to house. You take motor, cannot have return. You don't have market. Now, right, so are you not taking politics into the markets? Police they sit down on front traffic. Nobody not able to come and stop Samura. Hey, is APC in charge? Now APC they rule Sierra Leone. Where you talk, they say they don't want war. Would I get web? Would I get strength? Reach SLPP. Why una they pray the APC? Why una they feel say APC they do things? If na APC they in a power, you don't go come on a court. You take lorry, you can't on the street. You mama go wear black. They go tell you say in charge. If the people that represent the other the responsibility from them, they think say APC you are putting your job on the line. You make a mistake. What he has seen a preton. Well, I totally conclude say we not get soldier in a preton, we not get police in a preton, and we feel say na APC they rule Sierra Leone. Because at the end of the day, na simple matter this na anti.
You know what the DJ Force they try for say? We don't get Samura Kamara. We don't thief. The man a thief man. When they invite them to go, it take people then, young man then from Makeni, Boku, it put them inside Motuka, a carry and go. Now Freetown for ACC. At the end of the day, you be don't thief. They say can't pay account or come for questioning. It go take people there from Makeni, or other places then. It put young man inside Motuka, it count them. Unfortunately, then one day be dey inside that Motuka, that fire business go happen again. People they die. They die for nothing. You see, if grab they go and they look for the one that way, they don't already sacrifice. Now, Sierra Leoneans. Samura Kamara, they go to court. They don't make press release. But before I talk about a press release, I want to we watch out. Because on this platform, everything will be talk now the reality. A bigger thief man, they say, he no one a thief. I want to watch this video, then we judge.
Shalom, people there. I tell now, I do in the name of God, in the name of Almighty Allah. Me, now na pikin, na bobo, na uncle, na cousin, na brother, Samura Kamara. Plenty of una don't they report me, or don't see me live. I come meet you. Today, I can't talk to una for inform una say tomorrow, Tuesday, the 14th of this month, December, year 2021. For the first time ever in my life, I attend court where Anti-Corruption Commission puts me under. The Samura Kamara where they appear court tomorrow, not the Samura Kamara who know. Who don't grow up all the year, over 40 years of public life. You know, one day go to court, you know, one day charge them for life or for thief. Anti-corruption give me 2 count charges. Me and my lawyer will attend court tomorrow. The lawyer, they don't ready. Myself, I don't ready to attend this court. I don't get no sign for go. Salute and don't punish you. I know say, I talk to people them who let Samura Kamara, who they die for Samura Kamara. Because they see say, this Samura Kamara, it is fed for them not for yesterday, not for today, but for them tomorrow. Unayo tomorrow, na me on battle. I mean tomorrow, I don't go to court for go prove me innocent. I pray to Almighty God.
You know, it's boring, Sierra Leonean, but I'm glad you will get patient when I watch with me. This man say people then they where they die for her. Now one of the things I take, yeah, he say no one they thief. Madam Tene, this man, when one of the biggest thief man inside Sierra Leone history, in an by Kroma, like you always talking. Then two people there, now then we don't distress salon. They make Sierra Leone fall into austerity measure. Then today, it team up and say, not thief. And they try to incite the youth them for them to come on and do. Then they go, where they go. And they try to play politics with sympathy. So what do you think? DJ Force talk something. Very, very important. DJ Force say, if na APC Tolongo Toge Pambody be a power, where you don't go to court, it can, but you know the pass, so you don't go know who side they go pass you. Me and you know what they do to La Hela Reslima and Hula and the Molesa, who send a put on a chonka for things where you don't do nothing. And as there, you see this a thief man, somebody where they don't thief, and they go gather people there, and they go on the street. And they make like say na Inge Salon. So when you say police and security, they know they I go one believe why this they happen under this new direction. Madam Teresa.
Because the new direction themselves then get their own issues. Let's call a spade a spade. We know say the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister, a very young, strong guy. If they don't give that guy the full capacity and the full morale for the act, I don't say that they put press release. Nobody not go with him. But you know, everybody don't go now in shell. Because what don't happen now we missed. We get so vicious people. Then when people they take the job serious, the next thing where they do now for accuse and say now the pipe position in one for can't take. That don't make people then they draw back for do the actions then. It's sad though, for like an opportunist and a vicious person among una missed. Anyhow this person go, it get the way where they analyze and for fits in your own thinking. Now don't they bring some of them mess here. Like I know more DJ Force talker. Woodan and Samura Kamara, and this thing will not talk her over and again. Say this man don't bring young people there from Makeni. Plenty of them and then die inside that tanker disaster. Let the Minister of Children and Gender Affairs, let the Minister of Internal Affairs, let the Inspector General of Police make an announcement. When this man they can cut, that kind of crowd will they see now one for here. So I don't know how then they work safe among themselves. Now these are the other issue. When me don't they see, who can for they keep the record straight. Now these are some of the issues that we don't they see. Yeah. Now then some of them nonsense here they happen. Like a DJ Force talking, it will never happen under APC. It will never happen APC. And President Bio, you are the leader of Sierra Leone People's Party. Then you are the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Some of them think how they see, you know, the sweet we as citizens there. Even though we're based on the diaspora. Inside Australia, you know the possible. What police tabe you done? What police tabe you done? Say you die, then police say can I yourself, you know they do one. Then they do one but you know they work. When police they enter, you go sit down like us. Because Salon na a post-conflict country. Then young people they whether they recruit so into them conflicts there when they underrated. But it go reach a time when I not going to control that situation. Now waiting there for count tomorrow now they don't begin to do. So I need for put measures in place and stop some of the issues there where they happen. We're not glad. We go with people there in a salon. We not Ghanaians, we are all Ghanaians. We get peaceful Ghanaians there where they don't go one see Kuskas tomorrow. People then there where they get their money, then they don't take ayanda, they don't invest, they don't want halala. Una get for put stop to this thing here. Una get for stand firm as a government for stop some of them nonsense here because enough is enough for the people there. Or else 2023, una get for find am very difficult because people they really upset. For let una sit down in governance, they see some of them mess where they occur. Yeah? And when una dey in group, na they work, una listen to each other. When somebody want take his work serious, na the pine position in one so. Oh, na your way they make so. And na after the power, na your arrangements. Are you serious? We know say President Bill 2018, na the president. 2023, it dey go in second term. So wetin na this thing? Anybody who want taking job serious, na that allegation dey they put by you. After the part, now the arrangement and it happen. After the part, now so they see. Would they see the hard working vice president too? Would the president how then they work? Would they see what they happen? Me, are they see, are they yeri? And me anybody's statements out there as a be analyzer. Because we are all Ghanaians. So some of them mess here. Now it's hard time. President Bio Mohammed Jude Jallo, you know the deputy leader of SLPP, una get for get a meeting, una get for come together for see how na they address this thing here. Because me know they talk about the party administration side, that side they it broken. Everybody just dey separate way. Everybody na gidi. SLPP will sabi get power. One will get power. Instead of focus by the opposition, the infighting not the give chance for let us see what in the opposition they do. It's totally wrong. People then get high expectation from una. And una try put party picking the one that will work for this party in a certain positions. Because when somebody not work for something, go get a position, you go sit down there. They not get time. They have been disconnected from the people. Disconnection there between them and the people. Now make them messes there they happen. Una get guys there, una get people there inside that party. You don't need for can't take somebody in the diaspora. Una get lawyers there. Bima when they be filing conjunction for let election not happen, that runoff. If you see SLPP lawyers there, where they come out, them go inside that office. Now then do it. Not to be diaspora lawyers there, now then go file that in it. Instead they left them all they go take Charles Mangai, then can't turn out Inspector General of Police, which Charles Mangai last minute is sit down on radio, it undermine this government here say, let them not hand power over to President Bill. And when Charles Mangai they come out, he go recommend somebody again at the same cabal, you know, that cartel. You see? Somebody will hate you. It just sound like when they married to mine, but they don't hate you. If you want, you don't. Yes.
I want to say something.
Yes.
The new direction, the system they compromise. And we run their project here, their program here, for make sure say we keep informing the government. Say the government they run waiting I call revisable governance system. The way one we go, not also we go. So and all vote for the government here. Now all they don't cost who mama them. So at the end of the day, waiting man at the talk, we need for make sure say let President Bill know say now the people they vote get power. If you're not able to show strong leadership and that also go hinder the progress of the government come 2023. They're not going to be able to control the opposition. Because the opposition, when they be done with the government, and the tell for government where Samura be the pass mocks to mocks, street to street, till they go holler for vice president. Nothing will be happen inside. That be the test when they tell the government, and they don't know how they don't see the weakness of the government. They don't know say, oh, we are no longer afraid of this government. But when President Mew be power, some man run away first. Some man take exit door first. Then what happen when they see Samura begin a patrol and market, nobody not be questioning. And it is hard time for them we try for this. We're not going to pay salary to people that will get taxed for perform, and they're only busy they run behind bike riders. And they arrest bike picking and they charge them in a court. They jail people they picking in a Paneba road.
Exactly what did DJ Force try to say.
Yeah, then they compromise too much. They compromise too much. Would they run this program here for law talk to both political parties? Then let them see the thing the way they go on. Enough fear. Her time day for politics, time day for governance. Yeah, where election done though, who that don't lose, they go sit down. What's in them on how they do? Then they can't on board support the other government for push the agenda of the people in the country, not for individual goodness. Then they do this thing. Now that make una be dey see the call on the opposition. I say una left for the walkout because not for una this thing here dey. Now for the best interest of the people and the country. Because we dey see now, yeah. Me, I belong to a political party, not only as a voters. I dey attend me monthly meeting because of the COVID. We dey do or we dey do Zoom online. Then they allow everybody for make an input there. So why would they see salon? We dey think for match up with the other country there, but we dey see this kind of system. The time dey for campaign. Not a way new government don't come. Una no able to sit down as opposition. Una get that common grounds. Who say una dey work for the best of the people them. Who say mistakes them be done. They law una correct and una waiting safer. We don't see that they happen. People then they come up for census. We then go begin talk in other different languages. Then when we come, then 98.2 then begin say tribalism don't come inside the census. Can you imagine? Even the media house now they support una SLPP. Now where election reach now una get for no, they all they go against una. Even the good work where the new direction they do, una not they ever see that they display na any media house. Every day na condemnation na for bring this government down. Now make could they run them program there, yeah? Let really bring account to people there. Let the government self they see certain areas there, make them self now make could they make key recommendation let government see they. But good thing then they go wrong. Una when are the leader of the party, una not they take a strong action. Una they really broke the zeal of other people there, whether they put their life na the line. Like me are there, me na do a citizen. But we then wonder where then they and that they don't get no side for go. The people that una don't put na the positions there, una release them, una give them mandates, let them do their full job. But not always somebody doing work. We want for push forward, then go analyze and different ways. Say now after the part preparation, now after the part they don't do a boku. So boku people they will see boku people they don't step aside, they don't see no. Now that's we want this compromise on the compromise with the opposition. Enough is enough. Let there be law and order. Let there be law and order. Let opposition know say they are opposition. Let them know their mandate. Let them know what for do. Let them know what they not for do. Them young man they bring canna street. They know they bring them canna street. Some of them then they drug them, give them alcohol. It's very dangerous for our community. Una left for 2023. If we go and we get passports, they will they fly go out. But we get people there na the country there when they look up to una for safety and security and now na responsibility for provide for protect them. What see don't start so? If una not try for address that issue, it get for escalate. So a level where una not be able to control because the police they know they work in una interest and then they for secure the security of the states. Now therefore say no, you are invited. But you and this person now una forgo, you bring any crowd you will be arrested. But what did they happen?
Thank you very much, Madam.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I will hold you there for now on Family Kuna just the join with this the SLPP weekly news. Now yeah, we recognize and we recommend and also we debunk some fake information the way they move around on social media. And yeah, we still continue with the auditing report because they say behind everything there is a root cause. Hey, DJ Force that you talk that, right? I think a statement that when they see a lot of corruption that they go on, where unless by Kuma be in power, and no say again for come out. So what they do? They build mountain of corruptions around. So whenever even a come out of power, anybody where they come, it will be very, very difficult for let it penetrate. But I believe, say, the best way to succeed are the recommendation of Madam Tenepaka. And they categorically clear that today. You cannot fight corruption on top of corruption. If you want break down corruption, that mountain where corruption don't set, you for chopper up, you for rooter, scatter everything. Inside that institution, you know what only change the head. Then all whether not civil south, civil what you change them all. Because if you left any small particle among them, that particle it will grow. At the end of the day, it affects the big root. It affects everything. This 90% happen at the country. But then, before I give DJ Force, I want to take Kuna back to the Auditing General in statement where they continue. Then from there, we continue what we on. Now we are what Tarapia they try for say Naya.
So, as I explained to Ona earlier, the request for the audits come out from HE through the Ministry of Finance. And the Ministry of Finance been involved, I would say, throughout the process, in the sense that meetings them, we all are with them and the auditors them. The concept note and the TOR for the exercise make it clear say, we go give a copy of the report to government through the Ministry of Finance, and they will issue a special report to Parliament. It did black and white. So now that's some of the reason we make when we do work done out of professional courtesy. Now they don't be part of the now they ask for the work. It's like say I'm gonna ask me say Lara, do this thing here for me on this particular sector. When I do the work, I not tell Asma our pass. I not be expected at the end of the day the information go out already. That is why even when the press release was said, I was not there because as far as I was concerned, me to do my own reporting direct to Parliament.
All right. Also process the procedures of how the reports can come on a door. And one we key. I remember the Ebola report also will be see a huge confusion between Parliament and the then Anti-Corruption Commission, and then as of what if we do if when the audit reports don't come out, if we go first na Parliament or in before coming swiftly and begin take action. We see don't happen again in this event. The reports don't come on and do before it go na Parliament. What's the procedure when reports of such come out?
Okay, if you want to go by the law act, the constitution, me and a law person, the 2016, make I read that to you so that we all clear on the matter. 2016.
Now, the reason why I count this is that Madam Tenet Baka, the woman say in a lawyer. Okay. If you're not a lawyer, as you claim to be a professional lawyer, I believe say you know exactly what they do. This woman are Sierra Leoneans. Now, woman we honest by Kuma, they don't impose and put on there. But before honest by Kuma put this woman there, honest by Kuma be say corruption is too much na salon. So what they can do, they want to eradicate corruption. The sitting Auditor General will be did honest by Kuma Saka and remove her. Nobody not say anything. And impose somebody there. Now, we don't see honest by Kuma, it don't corrupt. At the end of the day, it come out there to campaign account, it count young man then for learning map and cause mamikos. We don't see Samura, Kamara, it corrupt, it don't thief. They tell us like campaign account, it count people there for learning buffet. Then Sierra Leone, we still get somebody like this as Auditor General. Where angels they no more to give certain figures them where they exist. Now, it said the president they travel. The president they travel and receipt them whether they travel around, they don't show up. But then I don't know what's in your figure come on. But before that, I want let we take to Umar Rufufana in statement to Egi. Do ya? Then from there, we make sense from there.
Okay, about this, the controversial audit of Sierra Leone's finances. The audit service is releasing its annual report, and it does not make for pretty reading For a government that has boasted that it is serious in the fight against mismanagement and corruption, it comes just after the suspension of the country's respected Auditor General, Lara Pearce, who authored the report. The government defended her suspension, but it raised the alarm for professionals within the country and further afield. From Freetown, Umaru Fofana has details.
The 562-page document is a damning report by all standards. The auditors have given a qualified opinion, which means an unsatisfactory fiscal management performance last year. The report reads that the fish in the country's waters are being misappropriated. The prison inmates are victims of mismanagement. Hard-working university students are overtaken by those who can afford to bribe lecturers, and the rest of mankind are starved off by people who have their hands on the till. The roots of the alleged malfeasance seem deep and the branches wide. The report found across virtually all public enterprises and commissions that there were irregularities in taxation, inventory, and unretired expenditure. Some payments could not be accounted for. These alleged irregularities amount to nearly $4 million. Additionally, cash losses also account for more than $11 million, enough to finance the procurement of free healthcare drugs and other essential medical supplies for the entire country, as well as cover half of the budget to feed children in schools next year. Crucially, it takes a deep dive into the office of the president, especially on overseas travels involving the Trust family. Impressed for various travels, the audit says, was not properly retired. It calls for the monies to be paid back to the state, not least because the retirement receipts were marred by what the report calls discrepancies, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies. So what does the government say in reaction to the overall audit report? Mohammed Suare is the government spokesman.
We just received the audit report yesterday. We are studying it. And as a government which has a strong foundation of transparency and accountability, we will act on all legitimate recommendations.
What this report shows is clearly, it undermines that track record which you are emphasizing on.
This report is very sensational. I have seen amounts allegedly not accounted for, which are now being mistaken for amounts that have been embezzled. At the time the auditors visited, some of the documents held by some vote controllers were not available at the time. Nobody is a criminal yet. The audit is a process. People still have time to establish their reputation, to clear their names, and to establish the facts as they are.
It doesn't put the presidency in a good light in terms of giving account for fiscal goings on there.
The president does not handle resources. So there are people responsible for managing resources in the presidency. As long as there are legitimate allegations ascertained by the audit report, appropriate actions will be taken to ensure restitution, to ensure that these situations are remedied.
Civil society has its...
Now, when I don't hear it, the conversation of Umaru Fofana will take the case to BBC. But before I come to you, Madam Tenebaka, DJ Force, I want to come back to you. We don't hear Umaru Fofana, they talk about accuracy. How Umaru Fofana, for God's sake, will say this result is the accurate result with the woman give?
Well, this na the problem with in Sierra Leone. I say Umaru Fofana na in your journalism, you don't know who say like Igolana. If fast for conclude, but I don't tell Sierra Leoneans and President Busey, everybody today with the come around them, they fight them for put this government on. One thing, Umaru Fofana, once APCB don't go demonstrate against England, he don't wait for letting all us in job. So now he talk, what he go make if he say he work. But not to BBC cow this government to power. Not to journalism vote for the government. They key journalism. Now preach on. Now this one for tell President Bill for let you know.
Not to, yes, Madam Tenebaka, we are ready DJ Force it. They come.
They take am from inside DJ Force the ender. What you they talk, it come back to SLPP. We get a journalist where they wey dey report for Al Jazeera.
Okay.
Dey inside Conakry, Guinea. Na im set up SLPP office na Conakry, Guinea. From when this government don come in power, dem no ever contact that guy, because if that guy be dey work with dem, like wetin Umaru Fofana dem dey do, so dem no dey do am. But it's like SLPP, you wey die for them, you wey talk for them, na you dem dey left dem go talk to other person. Na make we dey see all dem thing here dey happen, because in a journalist. So how come in don can conclusion, in don can give conclusion say yes, that report dey accurate. Yes, because dem your media team dem, I no think say if dem dey even see to dem, wey dem no dey see to dem your media team. Na me gege dey matma again na ego mi na tigbe na ego mi ma na ego mi no power. Una forget una your media team, because no good job wey this government dey do. How government dey do well, dem no dey showcase that one day. Dem dey try for big story and bring bad side of the government. All the good things that wey government dey do, dem no dey showcase am. Yeah, that radio APC wey dem call radio democracy, dem no dey talk anything good about new direction. All the good job that wey new direction dey do, it hurts them anyway.
But if
Madam,
the best radio democracy, now SLPP get that radio station. Now SLPP get that radio station from Longe Pakaba in time. Now we lapses don't make they don't take over that radio station now Anna Sierra Leone. Because when they feel say what kind of power people will fight for this party, they not for take governance position, they not for take leadership position. Now people they against the administration, now they would empower. And I want to draw Sierra Leone attention say we don't empower more opposition on the inside this administration. No matter people when they not elect president do, now the more we don't give job. How Fofana they can now come say the report is accurate in the office in the work. But when I listen to President Bio in speech, what he be saying?
I still got that in speech. I go repeat it. What the President Bio talk. Yeah. But you not go say you're not a professional journalist. You don't get the information. Then you don't already assume or conclude say the woman they give accurate report. That means that Umaru Fofana they try to even undermine the democracy just because of a loyalty lies to APC, just because of
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. President Biobi Toka, he said I go pay you and I go increase salary. But inside my administration, anybody where corruption cases hold you, we will investigate you and you go pay the money back. So I'm glad the way the Minister of Information say, now report don't come, we will investigate. And we say this report come on. Now the same base, we don't take the leader first, let's step aside. Because we don't bring a transparency system. A government where don't come, where you know say, you can't turn politics into economics. And you can't turn politics expenditure into corruption. We not agree. The government will not agree. Yeah? Now make us say, you cannot practice politics and economics together. We not agree. Yeah? And we be talk and say, the government here, we go bring what we call transparency and accountability. They will not say the government they on the right track. But what do they do? They don't build foundation for make sure say this government become weak in Freetown capital city. This ACC report, when I listen to the president in speech, he said, my government, the international body have recognized my government by my performance and my track record. Yeah, this international recognition where they don't give to the government, 9 opposition picking that they pass for destroy, 9 journalists that they pass for destroy. Yeah, this report, where we don't put the Audit General aside now. How comes now where Umaru Fofana say it is true and confirmed and credible? We're not to auditing report, not to audit office the work. But
by their feet we shall know them.
Because if they come in for justify, one made them pull the lady, one they don't use that gender card, they not work for them. Then they still try for justify why they pull them, and in no one for accept in your administrative errors then way it don't make. Okay, Under social work, we get political economy. When you dey do that political economy, I no want for the continuously dey repeat myself. When document don reach to you, you get for contact all the ministries dem wey involve according to the receipt dem inna the auditor general and get that discussion before ever e dey release that report. Na im make dem ask am, you pass through parliament? E say no, e no pass through parliament. Na inside in your interview sef e talk am say e for pass through parliament before e release dem document dem. So the lady don already chop im own truth. So why we get for continuously dey labour? E don go, let e go. Let president bill continue for clean that area dey. Make continue for clean, because this na the lady wey some of the receipt dem wey anti-corruption before need from dem thing dem dey. Then talk to her, e delete her, then the head of the anti-corruption intern lawyer, then dem conspire for delete dem document dem dey. Na later when the anti-corruption case don start, na dem begin dey get small information, then they delete all dem thing dem dey. You know, the whole thing just mix up. Na make I dey talk am. You fight corruption with people that wey don corrupt the system.
Here I come in. Now, DJ Force, Madam Tenet Baka, here I come in. With all the report where it make, where it do, again a report, where a report not accurate, where it try for misinform the public. But one thing what surprised me is the city mayor. The city mayor don't embezzle billions of billions. Then at the end of the day, they say he don't transform Freetown. He don't make Freetown don't turn to green.
Into green.
So before I give one, I wonder we all watch the green west the city mayor don't use to rally billions into. Let's watch them. Then from there we go back to the corruption where they perfect this hard-working government.
And you not see that long like and you seek a mahmoud. And you all like you talk about Kuduko. So what did the mayor they do with all this dirty? I did along the so. And at the market very close to here. So look how not me say and you see him. Look at the dirty impact. So what did the mayor they do? The city council. Look how look at the dirty park middle. Then the one where they sell out, they can't park the dirty park. They have nowhere to maybe to the dots. Look at that. So city council, what are you doing? Man, yeah, what are you doing? And they said, I swear to God. And that's why I had to see. And the mayor, what did they do? Did the dirty na lovely day? Me do the market, so when I go, they send around. You don't see, I'm for them, man, and me say, not to be still, and somebody is responsible for this.
Now, DJ Force, you don't see the green way Madam Pearce, a Creole sister, where they don't thief a lot, but you know they count the report out, and not put the report for then a report then all the investment with APC they don't do, all the one they try for join and to blindfold people there to see one of the good government ever inside the history of Sierra Leone, who president they work very hard to transform the nation. But then they go right bad things there, but they look at people then wearing a corruption right at their nose. They know they talk about that. Now see this place, the billion where the woman don't take, they say it don't make Freetown don't turn to green. Sierra Leoneans, when I don't see the green, so what's now your take on the green where the city mayor don't make Freetown to this?
And you not see that long like and you seek a mahmoud, and you all like.
Same thing what would they talk? Now the same thing, you have to put that video, they fully let people they watch them, may they really understand. Now also, now the foundation we government only, now make city mayor the power work over the central government. When we be form government under the local ministry, it means the minister be there will not be the grip for this mayor. What the Slpp do? They pull that minister. They give the right to city mayor. Today the city mayor don't talk kangaroo city mayor. Government they afraid now, not for discipline city mayor, like saying a city mayor get freedom. No, central government get freedom. Now central government they allocate budget to all council. Now, they see that councillor they pass, they see that dirty.
Vice councillor they pass, they see that dirty. Then all the parliamentarians they sit down, they see that dirty. Yeah, but they don't say anything about them. The woman don't thief bele money, and it can't lie to the public. Say it don't transform Freetown. If severe mango blinding, nobody don't come out and can hard. You be say, but people that don't know what this woman don't do.
Parliamentarian they pass, they see that dirty. Councillors they pass na Freetown, they see that dirty. Citizens they pass na Freetown, they see that dirty. Market women they pass na Freetown, they see that dirty. Who are they in charge? Who is now in charge? And I want to draw the attention of the new direction, SLPP. If they don't forget, who will not forget it. For say, whenever SLPP can have power, they allocate dustbins. And then dustbin, they always they weak in SLPP administration because the city council always they under APC administration, opposition party. So the opposition party now they clean Freetown. That also the weaken the central government, the SLPP administration, the people where they pay the dues, the market dues. Now they think and say now the central government not responsible for clean Freetown. Where nobody know they go on radio. Strategic communications, you don't, they know they go on radio for talk about their dirty, then they way partner street. Councillors, they sit down, they know they go on radio for talk about their dirty, then they pass woman them, get picking them. When they go for hygiene for them, now they go report about their dirty here. But we get all police, soldier, ministers, when they pass across Freetown, they see their dirty here. They eye know they see, they know they smell. Who's side they? SLPP 2007. What will be undermine the Pakaba administration? Now the dot where they be the partner Freetown. It's the eastern part of Freetown. So they don't count that market back in the western area. It is hard time for what we call the government for say this government is being sent local government or local council. Council now Freetown. Now Accusations they fly, they kind of England, they get to now with international relationship, with the dinners the way
Where they go host. But I like why DJ for talk that on current affairs. When I come this coming Saturday or Sunday, we will come with the press release. Me and the Madam Tenepaka will go arrange them. There is a video where that woman go in there, but I know say the manipulator, and we get for expose those that manipulated that video. We get for expose them. So as DJ Force they say government continue.
No, DJ Force they come back.
Yeah, continue DJ Force.
Yeah, and one of the strategy I don't see Accusations where they threaten this government with. Now, international relationship they take threatening this government with. Just when they go call up for investigation, if they wrong go to England, the way go, he may organize dinner with man they come around and they take the photo, they post on Facebook, they post on social media for threatening the government. And the government, it is hard time now know say that the people they vote on in. Now they disburse money into this council. The woman not they perform. They will sit down, Freetown they smell, mosquitoes they grow past the population of Freetown, disease they increase. Then the new direction sit down, if they look the city mayor, the city dirty, and not to the city mayor they get the blame. Now the central government now they get the blame. Because at the end of the day, they believe say the budget where city mayor they operate on her. Now the central government they allocate their budget inside city council. So it is hard time for them to take the responsibility where the people they don't go in, for them discipline whosoever they in public offices where not they perform well. Let the law bring account to justice. This labor politics who don't carry, this labor governance system who don't carry. For say we are in control, we have the one paying salary. Whatever you are doing out there will not pay attention to you. It is risk. Hey, election they come. Election they come. Need direction. Una stand up. City mayor. The minister will be brinker. The beginning. It tell una say this lady they undermine the system, the cleaning system. President you get the ball my put that minister there for no reason. At the end of the day, look what side the foundation where APC don't lay. Because Tondo money, be there na the system, in the monitor, the vuvuzela, the government panic, the president, he put on the money for no reason. Today na the result will not exist.
Na tondone. Na tondone, not to tondomani. Na tondone.
You know, tondone. A need for President Bio police no say most of the things the way they work on top of the government, now don't lay the foundation. Because at the end of the day, you know they say like that's in so democracy in they discipline the city mayor, they just and for say step aside because it got from 20 to 30. They say step aside. It don't step aside. So this label politics or say for pull city mayor or government go lose election. Or because of the mindset of Sierra Leone as it's built on politics, then it is hard to say politics is different, leadership is different, delivery is different, work is different from politics. The people that be done vote, politics don't done. You ain't not deliver, let the government discipline you. Yeah? So, and it's come as Sakwa who sit me on a feature. What you come and say, that's not commodity. Because we don't see say this lady, it don't involve into massive corruption. When they call her no more for investigation, don't go to England. They go make dinner for people. It West is a low resource. Then it tell the photo that it takes in the government with. And the government believe in foreign interaction too much. So now they don't hold the government interaction. But they not go able to do nothing. But now remember, there people the way they go home meeting with, they go home meeting with, not only they pay tax na Sierra Leone, and not only they run Sierra Leone government. Minister they see their dirty and a pitch on they know they do nothing. Local government ministry they they do nothing.
They do nothing. But you know what did you first try for say? Yeah, Sierra Leoneans. You know, the government need to take their responsibility very, very serious. Yeah, you're not therefore afraid of opposition. Opposition, they're there to oppose any good thing where President Bio do. This government here, they do. They will oppose them. But Mickey always say this. President Bio in government, now the only government where don't come inside Salone history, we don't benefit everybody across. Whether in a diaspora you do, Awusa you find yourself, President Bio in government don't a benefit of the government don't reach to everybody. Now, let me prove on right or wrong. When President Bio came to power, he said it called free quality education. Today, we get 2.5 million people that they go free at school. Before we then at the diaspora, we the send school fee, but today that body don't come up a week. We know they pay school fee anymore. So no matter how you criticize this government, members say you Peking. If you don't get Peking, you brother. If you don't get brother, you brother in Peking, in sister in Peking. Because we are interrelated no matter what happens. We are benefiting with a benefit for the job where President Biodi can do. So much, if we say with the name of it too much, Naimeka say the hard-working president talk and do Bio versus the destructive oppositions. Then. In other countries, we get oppositions then, where they correct, whether they join hand to see how best they will help the government within a power to transform the nation. But as Sierra Leone we don't see today, we get opposition then for letting join hand to support President Bio and for letting President Bio transform the nation. They know they do. They don't say President Bio in fight against corruption is genuine. But then what did they do? They try for dig more holes for let President Bio let it not succeed. You know, Sierra Leoneans, we don't sit down, we don't see a government where they grab Naya, that they go abroad, take even bad images them to carry them to blamful we country, to blackmail the country, to try to write some press release or send some bad information that across just to bring this government down. We don't see them. So me, what is Banatenepaka? You say, I'm saying this, APC, no matter how you milk APC will never ever stand as long as SLPP did the power to support SLPP. From day one to tomorrow, most of them, when President Bio, they work hard for them, and me go talk them. No matter what the President Bio do for them, some of them not go vote for President Bio. And me, I will talk them. Let's say we don't need vote, but we already get we vote. And the young man them, the young ones them, where they go to school, where they, before 2024 election, they don't reach to the stage. They don't fall in love with President Bio in good jobs the way they do. Beaucoup places then where development no one they enter there, they don't enter there. President Bio don't win the heart of the people there. But certain people then they will know no matter what you do, you milk them, say they don't want, they don't care, they don't mind they die inside poverty, they not go change. So that kind of people then, as me a politician, I'm not gonna waste me time on that one there. The one that will like me, where they there for me, but now they are support, now they are the empower. Because I'm not gonna go take nerve and give somebody who will kill me. I will not do that. You not go do that. You not go take nerve. You give somebody for let chop you, let chop your neck. You not go do it. But we don't see this government don't try by all means to milk the opposition then. But still, this opposition, they are destructive opposition. They are not, their eyes are not going at, they're not able to look at what the President Bio they do. They're not able to watch out the hard work with this government, they work hard to transform this nation. No, they are not doing that. What then they is to pull this government down. So if I they work hard, I they try for make the country let it transform, but then when they pull me down, why I for empower now? Why I for take nerve? I'm not saying you go kill me. They are take that nerve and gone and put bullet they and give you that you can't kill me.
Me what me see inside this government, everybody where they don't give positions to, where they don't say do your duty, they forgive them the full mandate for let them execute their duty without an interpretation. And they come back to what in DJ first talk to, they don't highlight that issue. When turn on and pick up this mayor, they all begin say, na gender abuse, na this, that, they buy into them thing and they pull that guy come out. The deputy minister of local government, na woman, Melrose. The minister of local government, na highly educated guy, he don't live na the UK, he don't see how the local government system they operate, the council and everything. But what's he get for do? They don't learn from turn down their own side. Nobody know one for losing job. Sometimes what you go do as minister, you not go know what's in your reaction from your very party. This don't they broke the man the zeal for let them execute their jobs then. And they not go down left their job then their family and then can't sit down there they work. Because of small thing no more they don't do. And somebody else go interpret and to the way how then they see then it can't lose in job. So it's very difficult for people that had them get for do this then work here. Now so means it's very difficult. Let them give them the full mandate and go ahead and do them thing and day. You think say that we don't give the full mandate to internal affairs ministry? Samura they know they shake. Samura they know they shake. But they feel like we see the statement we play last week na current affairs, where the guy even talk say sometimes I not go be minister again. You see, it's very, very sad. So the situation the guy then they find them very difficult for execute their jobs thing. Because of certain things that they don't see. Because the opposition, they don't empower them more than the people that way they work within the government. You see?
That's true. That's true, but that they try for say. You know, just like what they say, you know go take nerve, you give you opponent for like
the empowerment where the opposition they don't get down to contracts them because now they be done chief before then get them money there. Now then they get the biggest contracts there. We get that hearted party guys then where they struggle. Where they struggle for get contracts there. So really today SLPP now they will belong. We're ready for defend you now. We'll put your life now the line. But sometimes we'll go for set the record straight. Would that affect for you? Josephine Jackson me talk and say reward. people that want reward inside this party. Una get for reward them. That makes some of them messes here they go on. And one man stand alone. Yeah? And what me get for tell people that inside SLPP today, man talk this. Not to possibly make President Bio for who side they today. President Bio don't make him name. He fought for that nation. Now based on that, when the people that put their confidence in her. Any other person who come on board. Now bonus. But he making name. And he bring people that come on board because he knows say no man is an island, no man stand alone. So for some of you now, when they go and make errors, then they make mistakes there. They make silly statements that will go bring this party here down, where they go use that against you tomorrow. Una get for stop. If una not stop, SLPP big pass to all. A big pass everybody within the party. The symbol of SLPP, a big pass to all. Anybody, you know, sifter your tongue, what they talk publicly, it go hunt you back tomorrow. And me done the through that statement that I don't learn now how many type of SLPP they will get. We get 3 type of SLPP. We get party picking there. We get the paupernists there. Then we get the one that we can eat, but they're not there in the interest of the party. Then 3 people then they. Una get for very be careful how una they operate, because this party now party now they born with people there now they will all belong there, but most of them you for know when and how and what he for say. If President Bio not be done making foundation, some of una not for car around that, but because una know say it don't make a foundation, it be done building base, and it bring people then come on board for let them all can work together, because one person not go do the job. Now that make it do, but it be done make in record. Now out of a record, if una dey watch am, una for the borrow notes for ma. Not to anything President Bio they say papa. Anything where they say, if they talk as a leader, if they know what he for talk, because he knows say you all trans go hurt you tomorrow. We get for very be careful. With utterances there, make you not haunt you back tomorrow. Because we dey na a society we will get a level, we get a lowest number of educated people there, and some of them they are educated fools at world. Because they say they educate, but they don't know when and how. They don't even know how to address public. For talk na public na 2, for address public na 3. I will encourage SLPP, let them form a Toastmaster for teach certain people them for public speaking. Because we don't get too much hiccup them within the party. We get for be careful what will they say na the public. Other person they go talk, they not go watch them. But there are certain people, the utterances when you speak, then they hold it against you and against the party. And if you not can make no point. And that viciousness for pick on people, when people then they execute their job, and this where they do so now for himself, not for the party. Nobody know they take individual credits. Nobody know they take individual credits. It's like what you see previously na the women's wing election. If our foreigner be don't start from zonal level, it go constituency level. I swear to God, Kenema woman they not be for donate money for her. With people that na Kenema, so now they feel say they not go school, but they got that local politics, that local understanding. Now when they know say how I be dealing say, if they respect them, I make them turn in thousands of numbers for her. Then go raise fund for her. In leadership, you got to be careful. What see they speak you utterances. It's very, very important to the public. Because now that all APC they put together. APC don't get no good message for we. Now SLPP. All the good work what this president they do, they know the showcase. They know one for no. If they get wait today, that free quality education are for scatter. If now they listen to this to the Auditor General in reports. Now it don't they say like animal DJ first don't talk expenditure. Now then they want make out to corruption case. Now I make when you look at the political economy under the social work, you they talk about interdisciplinary side of it. Then you look at because it get boku areas and communism, capitalism, this that, but they look at the distribution, the fair distribution. In a responsibility for get to this ministry say Now this one I don't spend, how una spend and then discuss them before ever then report them they come out. But then they do it deliberately for then the image of the good work of this party. And we no want foresee that one day. We no want let this thing here continue. Hey, Dimala tell you, hey Lara tell Pearce, I like you go tell with that self na BBC this that it don't lost in position, it don't lost her. Yeah, and gladly we see Akisi, Siakaila don't pull the waist na do. Siakaila pull the waist na do. He say na this na that. Inside that report, then they account to the mayor now. The city mayor of Freetown with all the funds that the way he gets, he not ever put dustbin. We say people then they put dust in. And then they put on the street. Even that Lumley end, president na him be they give bin to them. Akisoya, I want let you know today inside Freetown City, if you dirty there, you say na Slpp they get the bad name. You are the city mayor from this All People's Congress Party. Now you get for lost that seat. Now make me they recommend to the government say the city don't big. Let them divide her. Yeah, Western area supposed to get 3 mayors there. If competition don't dey, Akisoya go know what they do. How come you say don't turn Freetown to green space? You not even get bin there, dustbin there. The one at Dovecot, if they show una the one at Dovecot, that whole area, I don't know how people then they sleep inside their houses there, then they suffocate there. We then dirty them they, you know they do nothing. When the whole he go to map, he bring documents, he do this, he do that, they run go England, he go. I don't know which kind of complex so they get pardon girl and they. I can see that. I think I say wow. Anyway, let God spare our life. Let Corona down. They can't inside Freetown before 2023 by the grace of God. Lord, the suicide some man in the talk. And we need forget we own media house because they all don't tie against this government. We forget we own radio stations that will they run. Now this we don't see them. They tie against this government. There is no good thing where they present at the media. The government therefore look into that. No good thing they not they present. Everything and negativity. With the count 2023. Usayanda. Grass now not there for grow day because we not go green. So now they go and play propaganda.
Thank you very much.
They don't lose his job because of an administrative error. So what you want for can justify say now because of them reports I put together and I made them sack me. Where the mayor in your reports pull and bala see.
Now,
what 2016 reports pull and let see. Where they all reports then they now in conspire with ACC boss. Some of the evidence the way they disappear for the Samura then now anti-corruption case. Then they allow you go to a lawyer back conflicts of interest. Now so no more than they happen. Then they know they happen now. No sir, even a graveyard they know they happen. Even graveyard, they don't see person dig grave. Then in can they don't inside it. You know they happen there. When dig grave now other person then they put there. So now the game down the way play inside this anti-corruption. The head of the boss, 9-ton lawyer for defender one day. So me don't know how they think, how they don't they watch all that program they do, all that man they see map they defend them people there.
That's the voice of Madam Tenet Baka. If you just join with this now SFPP weekly news, that Madam Tenet Baka, the woman where they keep the record straight. And we just don't lost DJ for technical issues, and they can't join we back. But before we continue, let's just go in small break. Let's get small break. Then from there, we come back, we continue. We say we stop. This now, the program we carry with every Wednesday, but because of we arrangements them, job schedules and things that don't make, we can host them the times according to the schedule. So, Sierra Leoneans, if you just join with this again, SFPP weekly news. Madam Tomnek Parker don't see everything. I believe Sierra Leone, what you don't cow this thing and about that. APC get too much badat. They get badat. But no matter how you get badat for somebody, you not go change the love or the good job way a leader, a visionary leader, don't do for the country. You not go able to change them. President Bio don't come, it don't transform Mama Sierra Leone. We on transformation, it not look like the city mayor. He don't transform where he say don't transform Freetown, but look at how he don't turn Freetown to Green State. What would they see? A dirty box. So Sierra Leoneans, We go short break and come back. Yeah.
Slim Nation, love is what we need. We love you, yeah. Love is what we need. We exalt thee when on free. With ease and love, we are for thee. Yeah. Anytime they talk about sweet and love, love. About the anytime they write for mama and love, yeah. Now we forget to self, let we push yourself. We know it we self, let we every say. Oh no no no, in no matter how you there, in no matter what you know you go, in no matter what you think go, there is no place like you. In no matter how you there, in no matter what you know you go, in no matter what you think go, there is no place like you. Come on, let me let color and push forward. Push forward, it's gonna make me continue forward. Papa make we left color and push forward. Yeah. It's gonna make me continue forward. Now we party top of new direction. We are make we enter the mission because now we all get for make it home. We sweet mama salon.
Never say you know easier.
Never say you don't care, yeah. See that love, yeah. No matter where you must come home one day. No matter how long you take, you must come home one day. No matter how sad you get, no matter what you know you go, no matter what you think go, there is a place for go. No matter how sad you get, no matter what you know you go, no matter what you think go, there is a place for go. Love is what we need, yeah. Brother, love is what we need, yeah, yeah. Love is what we need, yeah. Love is what we need, yeah, yeah.
And after the thing we don't well with,
Don't be fighting with, don't destroy with. It's not fire.
but after the thing we don't well with,
Don't destroy with, don't be fighting with, yeah. Let me let me say, let me let me say, let me let me say, oh.
oh yeah, that is it. That is it. This is not just body water with a give, but that I don't destroy we. Where you fail, somebody can take up. Who say you fail and make sure it transform and do things and deliver more than you, what you don't begin. And as by Kruma don't indoctrinate Badat inside APC. APC don't get Badat. APC, they rule for 11 good years, the like of Samura, Kamara, even industry, one single industry in Upina, wherein youth man they would work, they would defend the living, they would survive. They not build no solid foundation for the youth of Sierra Leone. But today, when they call them for a campaign account, what did they do? They pack them youth man there. Give them pampers, water, draws, give them cools, or then they go die for them. And hearing statement where he talk, he say, he no say get people that were ready for die for him. What a shame. Now, DJ Force, welcome back. You'll be there, discuss about the city mayor. You come with some analysis there, but because of technical reason, we're not able to understand you. So as we can wrap up now, what are you on take on the transformation of freedom? That dirty box.
I give me final speech, and I want to tell and call the vice presidency now in charge of the police. It is hard time for them to take leadership to the police, and the police they take same. They are receiving salary. Such behavior from Samura will not be accepted. Aggressive marching on the street, shouting, abusing, and giving some kind of sarcastic comment then at the streets. The police then take responsibility very strongly. They obstruct people in traffic. And it is hard time for level no say they need direction and they distribute money to the local council na Freetown and may they take very strong actions against the city mayor na Freetown. The city mayor not dey serve APC again, it is serve the state. Now, I dey call upon the need direction for level at least may they call upon themselves, may they form a very strong unity inside the administration, inside the party.
Oh, we just not lost DJ Force. I don't know. It look like saying that APC then they hack DJ Force. Whenever DJ Force ready to disseminate a message, they hack him. The APC then, I don't know, they are at work. Baka. So what's in your final statement we go give to the family then today? Wherein the other one will go keep her and wait for current affairs. So we'll give you final statement to the people then.
For let them jump on the streets of Freetown, then they use them kind of abusive songs, then they wait to say then they really spoil the mind of the good people then we really love the SLPP party. We not say they are not citizens of Sierra Leone, but people for land for take a responsibility. Samura say in one leadership, then in they do so. If they do to run tomorrow, how it will feel? The government therefore come in and come with some disciplinary actions. Even the West where the democracy, not they practice democracy. So everybody for land for take up responsibility when it comes to democratic process. Not so for allow lawlessness in a country, you say na freedom of speech, na human rights. No. Under human rights, you get a responsibility towards the society in order for they disturb the peace of the peaceful citizens of that society. It's really bad when government they sit down, they see them thing and they happen. But in the action of the police, why the police allow that situation for happen? Why they not put her under control? Why they not be don't give a warning? Say we not want this, we not want that. Enough for happen. We not left for they disturb the peaceful citizens there. What if they don't start so na Freetown? Make them be careful. And you know go see smoke, you say fire not go dey there. So let the government stand firm, yeah. And the last message to we own very party members there. We voting President Bio, we voting the Vice President Jude Jallo, and we voting the members of Parliament. Anything go wrong, SLPP. Now then 3 parties then they will the whole responsible. And people then will not voting, but government appoint them and give them a role, a responsibility. And that responsibility now then duty of care for everyone in the country there towards the society. So una not get nothing for do. Now for sit down inside this party no more. For they analyze this they do this na this person here they support, this and that person they there, this now after the pie own thing where they do this that una stop that nya una they talk too much but una not able organize. So una stop her. Yeah, the viciousness is too much. The is too much. Una allow the people to let them do their job. Yeah, this after the pardon too much. After President Bio 2023, every single Sierra Leonean get right for contest election. So let that not become an issue and threatening to people there. When this person pass, now after the pioneer they arrange. If so, after President Bio 2023, don't do second time. If person come out, they will not get for doing. Now in rights, now in political rights, if you get the capacity and capability for contest, for flag bearer, what's wrong with that? We get the one that will be done come out. They're not winner, but they still on board for do this work here. Then pass so now the then they undermine the pie agenda. Then pass so not to the pie agenda. Una self una the fee say una get the pie agenda. Una go una want the pie position. If una go una wait today, una go one more una shift the pie, una self taking position. Una do the work. Where they don't allocate to una do the work. What una do una assignments fine. Tomorrow you know they get no hard time. Yeah? You know they get no hard time. So this is too much. When this person pass, and they undermine the partner, the party work down. The viciousness is too much. The vicious statement they done too much na the party, and now they scatter group. It's too much. Too much. Anybody pass now the party what he say, now the party what he say, if you want what he say. When I give people that laugh here, yeah. When I left people there, when I meet them inside SLPP, but off now. Na JC dey inside SLPP, so una no can scatter SLPP to na mouth there. Una no can scatter SLPP to na big mouth there for nothing. Una give people them chance. Let people then do them work. Yeah? Nobody know that for undermine the new direction. Because what's the assignment wey dey under una foot now, una no dey see am. Na after the power. President Bio na 2023. Case closed. Now they want know. After President Bio, anybody get right for comot for go contest. Nobody no go stop. Nobody. We main target forbid the opposition. Wetin get for camp? And high forbid the opposition. We do a very good job. So when the opposition can say this not so, that time they will say na this we do, na this we do. Una for no say salon people there. Then get 75% na blind voter there. Now blind voters they will get. So we really get for be careful. We all chances there. Now the public. What we get for say. We got for very be careful what we get for say. SL people now don't compromise too much with the opposition. We will not say for go for the opposition or neither wound somebody, but let the law deal with somebody. And when the law deal with you, that pen and paper, it pass where they go take RPG for somebody. Let some disciplinary action be in place for certain things, and we set the record straight, say this is wrong. We don't want to let this happen at the society. All that one they scared, investors they away. Now some of them think they will go for the look into. Now look at the bigger picture. For people that will want bring the money inside that country, they waiting there for encourage them for let them come. Please. Me they stop so far. Lara, any kind report now we want go put, any kind allegation now we want put, you don't left the job. Through your own error. Because not to President Bio they serve na that position. Neither SLPP. You they serve the nation. You for work in the best interest of the nation. A hard time for me for seeing me company woman and they in position because me I they support women's leadership and participation. But when somebody make mistake, it don't make and done. And not try for use any other way for cover up what you don't do. Yeah? It really hard. And SLPP, if una they take anti-corruption from my boss, for go turn lawyer for people that own and don't bring inside court. On our share. Because I don't know how that process be done, they go on, they know they pick them, they know they even watch. And fly for top button, and they watch. Now I say, for say 30 days they don't pick up this thing. Say this na conflicts of interest. In a former ACC boss, how you don't can become a legal representation now, a legal representative for somebody. Now I say no, come on, sir. This na simple thing, na common sense, simple logic. Say no, you are the former boss for ACC. You better go for bringing car in for questioning.
That exactly.
Yeah. Now I go tell her, when I go left, I turn defense lawyer. Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much.
Bye for now. The man need for go sleep.
That was the voice of Madam Tenet Maka, the woman where they keep the record straight. Sierra Leoneans, you know, I can always encourage everybody to come on the green movement, to can get information, to can get lecture. Unfortunately, I don't lost DJ Pearce, but perhaps before I wrap her up, it will come to can give a final statement. We don't see President Bio from the day he take power. We are not the first person we come out now do to chastise this government. It was Samura Kamara. It said it could carry all sorts of confusions. It go make sure the country become ungovernable. Fine. Why? because see the way this government don't come, and the government, the manifesto was to fight against corruption. Now, today you see this government qualify for MCC award. Yeah, because when they come to fight against corruption, they take them very, very serious. The only mistakes where they make, and I will repeat that again, is because they allow most of the institutions them where they for don't clear, they for don't do shake up, they don't do them. Let me put Madam Tenekbaka say, you not go fight corruption on top of corruption. So when corruption, it don't get a place, it don't build a big foundation, solid one, before you succeed, you get for scatter everything. Yeah. So that was the mistake. But fighting against corruption and looking at the place where they meet corruption level within a salon, it be way at the bottom line. But President Bill don't take it very serious. So I just tell President Bill, see, the other particles, the way they don't remain, do your President Bill, they talk to you. Now your government, you get the right. You want national cohesion, fine. But me categorically, I don't talk and say, I'm not going to take knife and give somebody for let it kill me. You know, go just try begin empower the one that way they look for you downfall. The one that we stand near you strong, we believe see they're able to protect your presidency, legacy. Now then you for empower. Then corrupt institution then they who for shifter them, who for change boku of them. I remember before I go, Madam Tene talk about Joseph Jackson one of a statement, and that statement, I fall in love with that statement from the day where I interviewed Madam Joseph Jackson. When it talks, it say politics is about triple R. That triple R day, one, that is risks, recognition, and reward. Because of that triple R, now that take away political motivation. What do I mean by this? You work out for the party recognizes you, you get the reward. You take risks for the party recognizes you, then you get the reward. That they make the others, they went on them inside the party, they can't join the party. But if this don't work hard, at the end of the day, you not get the recognition, you not get the reward, what you gonna make the other one then for let them motivate to come? That was a statement from Madam Joseph Jackson. Then I will bring to today. That was a very brilliant speech. So the one that way they don't work hard, where they qualify President Bill, it means they empower them. Then you APC they still sit on that their position they did, they undermine the government because of national cohesion. Even America, where Donald Trump is in power, where it come out Democrats, where they say a Democrat, where it come, what did they do? They sack everybody, they change everybody. They count people there, and people that way they work with, and people that work to protect them. That is the hard fact. Yes, that is the hard fact. Because if you put the one that they were believing in your agenda, go work with your agenda, they go make sure you succeed, you do more. But if you put somebody they will not want to let you succeed, you think what that person will do? It will bring it, it will make sure it look for 40 other. Even it will make mistakes, it will go commit some errors, it will go do some things. Then at the end of the day, the government will get bad name. Not to you, not Sabia, in an underdog. But in the anything where they do, they cow that tantamount or that poisonous to the government. So we got to take responsibility very serious. That is it. Now, Sierra Leone, like I tell you, Samura Kamara, before I go, we don't say a lost election against talk and do. They say it will create all sorts of problems. Me and you know me no say Samura Kamara na thief man, a don't thief. maybe in plan, me what would I mean no say na be thief man, I am the biggest thief man one no na honest by Kuma. But Samura Kamara, the whole is another big thief man, who say it be the work. If you don't invest, you don't invest so racketeer. But then now they call on for let it go pay account, they go make press release. Even when a McKinney said they want to go see Ernest by Kuma, they move like say na with the on election. So some of them things they called for. I believe say in any nation when public people that they come on just like that public gathering or that demonstration or like what Samura Kamara do, they forget warrant for them, permit from the police. But you go just grab no more, you go make small video that everybody begin chase and they begin come on and do. That is the lapses we talk about from with police. I don't know where the expelled president Bio come say do that. No. But when they give you a mandate, you got to take your responsibility very serious because what you will see with Samura Kamara, they don't go, they say one day you're not thief. Then from there, they try for a car with a solo or try to wear it, they play drama to rise up young man them. Then from there, they galvanize, they go on the street, they pass around like saying in own salon. That is very, very bad behavior and not correct at all. Not. Police not for even arrest that. I accept that because one, Samura Kamara we don't fail. Failure when they invite an ACC, a car with young man them. And then young man they cause trouble. Some of them even carry weapon there to cause trouble in that country. Now, yeah. But then at the end of the day, when I don't see it don't happen, why again people then go come out now court? I don't really know. But I believe say they need to talk who self for come talk now with the same real message. I believe say this also will help because APC not big pass the constitution. The police are there to protect life and property. Yeah, the constitution is there. So you don't go left sit down, then when they come, they pass around Samura Kamara when a convict, the man a convict because I know say where they don't after the case of for Samura because me I know say Samura Kamara you go for go jail because thief man a jail it belong, But we don't see now Samura Kamara now where be the thief, and not be the give youth man, they not be the give nobody. But today, when they invite her, they go, they excite people that follow them, follow. Just like say, what be the thief that time they, give them youth man them. So I just wonder why Sierra Leone and young youth man they will not get good feature. They say when IQ is so high, but whenever it comes to politician, most especially the corruptive man politician, when they go die for them. So I believe say youth man then when for rise up and be very smart. Not sell you backtrack or kukuye there. How much that person will give you? 100,000 you, 500,000 you. What it done they go do for you? You just eat a number you don't know. But remember say that thief it don't thief. If that money what it thief it don't invest so what a return about that money they put it in good use, it will able to transform your nation. Think about that. Think about that. So, Sierra Leonean, this is not SLPP weekly news. At the time, when I say the census where President Biuka Uta, where not things where they help with all, at the end of the day, what happen? They begin galvanize, they begin come on and they do this, they inside, where they see a lot of videos and they on the media, people that they grab, they say this not for happy, let it not happy. All those things, where they see beaucoup things there. Team where for help with nation, let it transform. Team where when they do them, they will know how many population will get them. When you know the actual population when you get, you will be able to see how best you could cater for them. To see how best you go, if the development or in a project, you cram on that village there, and see that 500 people in there, or 1,000 people in there. You know the specific amount of where you go send it. But we don't there in a country wherein when APC be in a power, the system be corrupt. Somebody they can take million or 20 million, a crown go who say 5 million the work, the other one a colundo or a put on a pocket. So if APC they can say they don't want party, then they encourage people that they don't party, it's because they want to protect their own interest. They believe say if they not do but who lapses them when they get where they don't corrupt, where they don't do some things and so hang the thing that if we come on our light, we go, you know, we go actually know exactly their dubious deals that when they do. Because we know, like for instance, the road them within Asalo, but who road them? We annexed by Kruma and contractors, and they say this road here, they can't make this road here. Roadway now a worth something 1 million or 2 million. Then they overrater. Then they say this road here it costs like 20 million or 100 million. Then they go spend 5 million. Then other one they put on their pocket. Why the massive then they suffer? Me and you they see that when they see how they enjoy. They at the end of the day today, when they see politicians the way they don't feed the nation, when they loot the nation, when they be the commoner power, what did they left give we austerity measure? Some of them be they even broke them chair them who said they sit down, that they run away with them. Some of them be they cut them cable there, that they cry and go. Oh my God. Then I see my own brothers there, where I see good future leaders there. You swear them. We for stand strong for this government. Why? Because government can free quality education for you. We say one day you don't see electricity, we blackout immediately. Government don't make light, don't enter there. They just don't go sign the project na Africa Coast who will get permanent electricity in that country. We they see beaucoup development the way this government they work on just to transform the nation. But we see corrupt people the way they don't thief una. They know able to build one factory. If you come on farm, they know able to build farm, open farm, wherein people then will get employment and go work there. For even make lab will get food. So importation or exportation, and then one day it go stop. But who things there? They're not doing. They're not doing at all not. But when they see youth man, they cry for thief man. They come on a do for young people will fear the nation. It's sad. So we there today, under the strategic communication diaspora unit, under the green movement, they say, man, don't die for thief man. And it's like Roma, not thief man. Samura, Kamara, not thief man. Or destroy yourself for them politicians. Yes, DJ Fox. I just they try to.
You know, I tell you, thank you today. We don't talk to Sierra Leoneans them. It is hard time we want to see unity among the appointee ministers. On a hook, anybody where the government be don't give you job, we not be get plan for see you the expire for become president. But now the government don't can give you position. You don't see say, oh, power sweet. Then you want for undermine the hard-working president for let you can and power. Well, you are making a very big mistake and you are putting your job on the line. And APC, no matter what they do, they talk to una offices for do the wrong things, then for them account say they go give una position. A lie. APC not go ever give una position, even if they come to power. Way easy for them to come to power. But when they call up for unity among the ministers, them, una come on at the offices, una come on the road, on the streets. For now, they see how the public they strain, especially under the Ministry of Transport and other ministries. Them, una come out and make sure say una they meet with una people. Them. But the opposition party, it is hard time we tell the police and say, look, enough is enough. Government, na government. If we respect police and our part, it is hard time for me to respect with police in Sierra Leone. This is not the message we me go left to Sierra Leone and them. For say, una need for discipline. We know say law the way they guide political party, political leaders. And then law then they bury them because una APC will come, it go encourage una for the run behind bike riders, then for get money from bike riders then. And it will encourage you now for they do the wrong thing for they get money in public offices. I want for them to know say police and now they don't make this country develop today. Police and now they don't make nobody know they break the law now. So we want for encourage the police, the IG, they give tax. for protect security, safety for the public. Let we they see the police that they put stop to them lawbreakers them. Where we know they at election, where they come on a court, they take convoy, they pass and blow on a street, they go to markets them for they go cause noise, unnecessary noise. So now police now na right, not to President Bioge for cartel na what for do, but at least we all know say boundary day, demarcation say they wait for stop you for say you know for do this, way you do this, the police go question you. We want to see that. And una they encourage APC, una they na their public offices, una they encourage APC for say where APC can have power, they go make you minister. They lie for una. Una do the job, we go make the people that continue for vote for this party. We go make the people that go continue for trust inside the system. Una don't bring car with the continue direction, power pass really for better. So we encourage every ministry for make sure say don't say on a out there for actually they see how the public and what the public they want and how the public they react towards the public to themselves on the street. So I tell you, thank you, Dima the Great. And me when they talk to Namina DJ for the Slpp DJ. And Obeli say President Biode on the right track. President Biode try. But the people where they around President Bio, una stand up, una go out there and meet the public and make sure say una do the right thing for una maintain power. The opposition, they want power pass una. Now they demonstrate 24 hours. The picking and then a diaspora where they cost 24 hours for let the party can have power. And una also don't see say before una they can have power, the key motorman, the key SO William, the key journalists in another country, the audience and a symbol also the owner for they look at now for make sure say the law they above everybody. So now that I go on for say and I go stop. I tell na thank you and I tell na tata. Time to go and look for money. Time to go and do the job that I'm getting paid for here. I hope this Sierra Leoneans there will pass out on the Green Movement, on the SLPP Weekly News. President Bio stand tall, defend the people that vote, and the people that give power, and are the people that you deserve. Now that no more I want for say. Thank you, Dima.
Thank you very much, DJ Pearce. Take care and go do your hard work. Myself, I can't close the program now, but I close out with something before you go, DJ Pearce. Don't go. Before you go, I want to close out with something which is very interesting. When President Bio began an opposition, because Sierra Leoneans then they believe in them, they make the voter. But then APC, they beget the census, they do the overpopulated manipulation. But still, when we go to the vote, APC, SLPP beat APC. Now, I want to remind everybody with this video before DJ Pearce go. The reason why we don't want the thing they call check so or overvoting or other things there before we come again 2024 election and say we'll do it manually, we want that will make sure we get digital system in the country. We will do election right, automatic, everything come out. People we know. Even not to that, we will go through this video where they can watch. DJ Pearce, before you go, smile with this video.
Somebody out there, I mean, content. The National Elections Returning Officer.
Introduce your commissioner.
APC say they want manual.
Introduce the commissioner.
So they count them manually. Then Sonia, because when you say manual, you don't even need calculator. Anything electronic, you don't need them.
Yeah.
So Samura APC, Inter, Marabio SLPP, Marabio SLPP. 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 Marabio SLPP.
No, hold on. We see man country. We are going to court.
Spreadsheet of spreadsheet.
No accept. Oh man,
I just cracked the joke with the DJ Pearce. Sierra Leoneans, now how I go for end the program. So when I partake by the census, we don't want to repeat with yourself like what I just don't see. Yeah? And we are in, we go for election, the result come out, they say they go do spreadsheet. Oh God, I
Somebody
love
out there, Ali concept.
That woman don't even
The
require for
National
or neither
Elections Returning Officer.
Introduce your commissioner.
APC say they want money
No,
accounting.
introduce the commissioner.
So they count them manually. That's Tonya because when you say manual, you don't even need calculator. Anything electronic, you don't need them.
Yeah.
So Samura APC, Inter, Marabio SLPP, Marabio SLPP. 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 Marabio SLPP.
No, hold on. You see, man, call you. We are going to court.
Spreadsheet of bedsheet.
Oh, man,
Yes, DJ Pearce. I go say bye bye. That was just a fun I want to share. Let APC not forget. Sierra Leone, this is SLPP weekly news. We
here to see for
what is
yeah.
it?
That video will come on at Kailan. Where them go make that video, see no census, they not get a salary. I want for call the need direction attention for me to go investigate that video and why that video come out and why the people that go holler at Kailan say they not get a paid. When they be left people, I believe say the government pay everybody. And I tell President Bill, thank you. Where World Bank no finance, but if finance this census, that don't make sure say Sierra Leone taxpayer money, no they go now the wrong way. If they go now the right side, now make President Bill don't take leadership. We don't make sure say now everything we Sierra Leone they want for do, we know they wait for do no. We say the startup. Don't know if you want now, you can't inside it. So shame on World Bank. We say they not go finance this census here, but they go listen to opposition. And who that they play this game? Now can the Yunkela? Can the Yunkela know all the domot them? Now international body where they lock or where they make complaint. And Escoma know all the domot them. Yeah. Now, he make the Independence Day, they mortgage the government here, they put press release, they write letter every day. They lie against this government here just for me the kind of power. But President Bio say, not to World Bank they pay salary in Sierra Leone, not to World Bank they pay tax in Sierra Leone. Now loan would they take a grant? Now they get from them. If they say the government go depend per World Bank before World Bank go support census before we go do census. No, the president not prove in record right. This now we call leadership. President Bio don't take leadership. So the transformation, where would they expect now the SLPP government and the SLPP party now, let President Bio make sure see transformation take place inside with party. Would I know how work? Let take aside. Would I want work? Let get the job. SLPP, allow SLPP the SSK inside the administration now and take the service delivery for the party. Thank you, D-Man, for bringing me back on board. And I say, sorry, we actually come in and go out. Say, na technical problem. Na inki uko. But I say, listeners, thank you. And I say, thanks to Sierra Leoneans. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for honoring to come back. We close the program together. Sierra Leone, this is the SLPP Weekly News. Peace. Yeah, man. Share this program. We'll meet again.
Thank you for a very fluent presentation of the Commission's 14th Annual State of Human Rights report. I certainly believe that I speak on behalf of every Sierra Leonean when I say that we are pleased that your Commission has reported improvements each year. Each year, international bodies like the MCC have recognized my government's achievement in ruling justly. We acknowledge our constitutional, regional, and international commitments to protecting and promoting human rights, and we are satisfied that your report is complimentary on our progress and efforts.